okay, and we're live. You see the screen there, all right? Yeah.
Yes, I see the screen.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Apologies for the lateness. Just had some technical difficulties. Yeah. Thank you for everyone for coming in, and thank you. Is it Aleha?
Yes, correct.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you for making the time today, especially with the time difference. I realize it's not easy, so I appreciate you making the time for today. Okay, so just to get started, I stumbled upon your art initially, and when I first saw it, they looked like photographs, the little pixelated art that you had, just 'cause I saw it in the small icon. But when I realized that you were actually making these scenes pixel by pixel, uh, it just, I don't know, just gave me this interesting perspective of things that I had seen when I'd grown up. So I was remembering my youth. But how did you come about this style in the first place?
The style was born by process of making these artworks. In most 99% of the cases, I'm using some photo as a basis. I'm recreating it in pixels by hands from scratch, just putting dot by dot, dot by dot. It can take a week or more because I'm doing it just in my free from work time. And when it's done, it became to look like you see, but it's static. When I'm spending maybe more few days to make it alive. And I have my test, my view of how life things should look, and I like to look them like a real world animations. So I trying to reach this vibe, real world vibe. That's because they all look like this. And because animations are smooth, they all have 60 fps per second. They look real, not like glitchy or slow animations in simple pixel arts. All animations I'm doing with usage of code, with programming skills and algorithms. That's because they look smooth and in large amounts. So I can make a whole scene live by moving all the pixels. And doing such animations with hands is almost impossible because 60 fps it's really very hard to animate just with hands without tools. Many years ago I wanted to making games and start to looking for ways how to do it. And there were a lot of game engines, and but all of them are required content. No matter how good your game inside, it should have good image, good content, good sprites, good animations, and so on. And I, in parallel with making code for games and game engine, I started to try making content for games. And it was very deeply connected with creating a game engine, my own game engine, because it was interesting for me as a programmer to create programming stuff. and I used my game engine to create my artworks. Based on this engine, I created a small Photoshop-like app. I called it simply editor, where I creating my static parts for this scenes. It's very simple. It's got some basic tools like filling areas, putting some pixels, adding layers, and so on. But it allowed me to create all these static parts and export them in binary data format called JSON in my game engine. And in this game engine, I'm using all this data to visualize this scene by rendering layers in correct order and adding animations to the different parts of those scenes, manipulating pixels, and many different stuff I can do with this engine. And also this engine game rendering engine, I'm capturing the sense to create GIFs and MP3 files, MP4 files. So, in other words, all my scenes are small parts of the applications. They are all applications. They can be made usable by in browser. You can click them and interact with them. But I'm not spending time on this because I'm focused on creating art. Maybe in maybe later, maybe in few years later, I will create some simple game on it, but only if I have much more free time than I have now. Because I don't have it at all. If maybe 5 or 4 years before I can create 2 or 3 scenes per week, now I can create only one scene, full animation like this you are showing, only for 2 weeks, because they all became more complicated, larger, and also I don't have too much free time. Too much work in real world.
So
this is a mix of art and coding.
I see. So just so I understand correctly, you built the game engine from scratch that you use to render these elements, and
Yes,
for
correct.
the animation as well, like you said, it would take too long by hand, so you instead created a pipeline where you wouldn't have to do it by hand, and it would just do it automatically as long as you gave it the correct inputs.
Yes, correct. All animations are not pipeline, but the part of the scene is using some algorithms to manipulate pixels in correct way and show them in this whole scene, as you can see this.
Wow, I never thought that it would be that complicated, because most people, they'll pick up Photoshop or Paintbrush, or existing tools that have already been made, that already exist out in the real world. But I think you're probably among the first that I've interviewed that has actually had to make their own tool from scratch in order to make their art.
I thought of using some commercial or free application like Photoshop or maybe
Blender?
Paint.net. No, don't know Blender. When I'm trying to do something in 3D world, my head is came in a broken state.
Hmm.
It's too hard for me. All this matrix, all this projection, manipulation, it's very hard. I tried 3ds Max maybe 10 or 15 years ago, but it was just a small experience. I tried photo. I thought about using Photoshop or similar app like Sprite for pixel art or Paint.net, but I found that I can't manipulate the output they give to me to make animations because they give me a rasterized image. They give me just pixels on
Hmm.
the in the BMP or PNG format, but I need to all those pixels in the data format. I need to know all the positions, all the colors, there's layers, and so on. And it was easier for me on that step 7 years ago or six to create my own tools. Now, maybe now, if I have such task now, maybe I didn't even started. Things was different, very different.
I see. I see. And from what I understand, you don't have like a reference photo for these images. You start them from scratch. Like you have an idea of what a car would look like in snow, and you start from there. Or do you actually use
Use,
reference
yes,
images?
yes. If I can find an author of the photo, I'm mention them. But so maybe last few years, I can't find authors at all. Maybe this is because of too much spam or generated images, so there is no more authors of the photo. I'm
Hmm.
using Google Images, Yandex Images, uh, and different stocks to look for references. And if I can find author, I'm always mention them in my publications because if you don't do it, you can force too much hate from the audience or from the authors.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, whenever it's possible, it's always best to credit the person for that.
Yes,
And I
crediting is very important, uh, especially when you have a large account. When you have a small account, nobody cares about you. But when you have a large account, then everybody start to uh, think different things about you.
yeah, and I know what you mean about the how AI just seems to have flooded Google Images. That's probably one of the more annoying things that has come about as a result of AI is that the first two, three pages, like half of them are filled with just AI slop.
Yes, too much a slope. Yes.
And when you initially started making this art, what is it that actually drew you to it? Because most people they'll go to like a painting class where they can also like drink wine or be with their wife or their girlfriend. They just do it just for fun. But some people actually take it to the next level, like yourself, and build something from scratch to make their art. What is it that even made you want to do that in the first place?
Mm, only for fun. It was always my hobby, and still it's my hobby. Nothing serious, just hobby and fun. It helped me to stop. It helped me to not procrastinate. It helped me to not spend my time on vast. I don't
Wasting time,
know
yeah.
how to spell. And yes, wasting time. It's prevent me from wasting time on playing games, drinking alcohol, or watching series, or watching reels and funny videos. I don't like the idea of procrastination. I'm see how time going by, and there's not much left, and I want to spend it these efforts with the results.
I mean, that's as good of an idea as any. Um, to instead of putting that time where that doesn't really lead anywhere into something that's a little bit more productive, even if it's not gonna lead your work to be put in a museum or something. It's good to have that outlet. Now this medium that you picked with the pixel art, um, did you like just enjoy gaming as a kid? Is there a particular reason? Because like I said, some people they choose to paint, some people choose to sculpt. Um, I
Mhm.
figure because of your day job, it's kind of related, kind of similar.
No, no, no connections with my job. Yes, I played a lot pixel games in my childhood. I'm 40 years. I play all those games what was popular these times, and of course, pixel art have a very big connectivity with me. But I decided this. I chose this medium because of my first attempts to create digital artworks. When I only started, and I used Reddit to publish my first tryings, and many people told me, "Oh, it looks like pixel art, but not pixel art because you not." Uh, Not usable.
You can use a
There's a
Russian
lot of
word. I can help
rules.
translate.
There's a lot of rules in pixel art. That there should be a pixel aligned to the grid, limited palette, also small sizes and so on. Then
Mm.
my first attempt was не следовали, я не помню как сказать. Didn't obey to those rules
Oh
at
yes.
all, but it looks like pixel art. So I got some uh, constructive criticism
Criticism. Yep.
from Reddit users, and they told me how to improve me. They helped me to how to improve, and I started to move towards obeying to pixel art rules. And this I tuned my rendering engine to force it to work only in pixel art style. So I reduced
Hmm.
the sizes of my output scenes. I make them much more lesser in size, so 200 to 100 pixels, for example. Um I made a lot of helpers and coding tools to prevent anti-aliasing, to put pixels correctly, to make lines correctly in pixel art rules. So it was much. So pixel art is a way of errors and trials.
Trial and
So
error.
I come
Yeah.
to yes. So I come to this style.
I see. And the rules regarding pixel art, I'm guessing that's they exist to make it so that like the image is clear, there's no issues with color. Much like there are fundamental rules when it comes to painting with watercolor or oil.
Mhm.
But I'm curious to know what are some of the rules when it comes to pixel art.
What rules? What? Please repeat. I don't understand.
I'll repeat in Russian. Какие правила есть с пиксел-артом, которые они тебе советовали? Почему они существуют?
Okay. Um, Main rule was to limit my palette and
Mm-hmm.
stop forcing this anti-aliasing. That was the main rule that triggered me a lot, because when you use digital art, no, regular digital art, when you put some blob on the canvas, it have a lot of uh, mid colors or промежуточные цвета.
Yeah, mid colors. Yeah. Yeah.
Mid colors and blendings. So this is against pixel art rules. There should be strict borders between colors.
Oh, I
So
see. Okay. Okay.
you should see edged images, these
Mm-hmm.
straight images or these straight lines.
Yeah, no blending.
Yes, no blending. This was an important rule. Yes, I'm continuing to pursue this rule, but I like to add more mid colors. Maybe it's because I'm doing more and more stuff and try to look at like real world, but I'm still limiting my palette.
Mm-hmm.
I'm forcing myself to reuse already used colors and not and don't make too much blending. So maybe only 2 or 3 mid colors between 2 different colors, and that's all.
I see. Yeah, I noticed that in this piece specifically, like in the top left corner, you can clearly see that there's different shades of this brown that you're using,
Mhm.
but there's little spots of each of them in each other, kind of like yin and yang.
Yes,
Um,
dithering. It's called
yeah,
dithering.
yeah, that
It's a
allows you to
special.
do that blend.
Yes, it's a special technique to make blending this in pixel art rules. Yes, sometimes I use it, especially for skies and big areas where it can be applied.
And I noticed regarding your the theme or the idea behind a lot of these pieces that you have here. Um, they're very common scenes that people would see. Going to work, coming home, um, seeing the train station and all that. How come you never made work that's more like fantasy oriented or more like unrealistic? Because
I
a lot of
tried. It.
you tried it.
Yes, I tried. Sometime I have pretty big series of portals, maybe 7 pieces I have there. It's more about my recent artworks, and I have 1 or 2 fantasy themed. You can see it. Oh, stop. Maybe somewhere. Oh, stop. Where? What? Yes, portal and there's some nearby этот,
Oh yeah, right here.
fantasy. Yes, but looks like my audience don't like portals.
Oh,
So
screw
I
the audience.
no, I can't do that. But of course, I'm first of all I'm doing stuff what I love.
Hmm.
But I'm trying to hear my audience and see what they like and do it more often.
Oh, okay, so this is showing the process for how your pieces are made.
Yes, time lapses are very important because uh, people don't believe me that I'm doing it by hands. and they start to pretend that I'm using filters or AI or I don't know magic. Before AI was popular and invented, many people told me, you're using filters. You don't make images by yourself. So I started to create all those progress videos. First, at early stages, I uh, made screenshots from different step of creation of process,
Hmm.
and they were no, didn't they weren't dynamic.
Hmm.
They were, for example, 10 images in a row. So, but later I made improvement to my tools and add. Yes, this is the second one, my fantasy artwork, and I improved my tools and add the ability to create time lapses. And I found that time lapses are very I like a different part of content.
Hmm.
It could be posted parallel or in this main artwork or in other time. So sometimes people like to watch time lapses.
Yeah, it certainly helps any artist that is interested in making this kind of work as well to know how you made it, so they can maybe not copy it, but just know uh, how they can go about it to make works like this. And I always encourage artists to show their process as much as possible, because I know some
Mhm.
people, they want to keep it a secret because they're worried about copies or imitators. But I think it benefits everyone if it's more of an open process. That's part of why we do
Yes.
these interviews as well, because some artists, they don't have the opportunity to speak to, or to speak about their process, and a lot of artists don't like to. But I think it's important because it allows the kind of secrecy or the mystery around it to disappear, and make it um, more approachable or more easy to understand for people that are interested in making things like this.
Yes, when I started to post those time lapses, I started to receive messages from other artists that they thanks me that I'm showing this process because it helps them to understand how to create artworks, how to that, from which steps to start.
Hmm.
So I'm happy to help others. But after creating this time lapse, people started to ask me, show us how you animate. But I can't. I can't make videos how I'm coding for 5 or 6 hours. I literally don't know how to do it. It won't be interesting
Oh well,
to see
it's
how guys sit coding some stuff line by line, how he debug his code, watching results, and no, it can't be made artistically good looking.
I see, I see. Yeah, I understand. Um, it's interesting that people thought that you were adding a filter to your work, because it seems a little bit ridiculous to me, because why would someone take so much time to make something so detailed, and something that is, HD and color and all that, only to downgrade it into lower quality pixels? It just seems counterintuitive, or I don't know, strange to me that anyone would even think that. But that's the internet. Everyone has an opinion.
I can't blame anyone for their statements. I can't. That's people all doing speak such stuff because of different reasons. Maybe somebody envy, maybe somebody just fat trolls, maybe somebody just bored. So I'm trying to be always polite, never
Never rude.
never going to hate speech or something
Mm.
like this. Always open to everyone and told to people that I'm using photos as a basis, I'm using coding, and so on. But I've got some hate from true artists because they don't use code. So anything you do, you always got some hate from somebody.
Everyone's a critic.
Yes. No, well, artists who made artworks from their mind, from without references, they are really true artists. They know how to place objects, how to make shadows, how to make correct perspective, and so on. And when I told people that I'm using photo as a basis, they, you are not an artist. You are just putting pixels over images. Обводить. Это
Tracing.
называется.
Yeah, tracing.
Tracing, yes, just tracing. I'm told them, yes, I'm tracing. I see no problem. Do you see here problem? No. So everyone have its own artistic way of doing things. This is from the Portal series. Somehow I like them. This is they have some magic in them, like the ways to the other worlds and so on, but not very popular among my followers.
That's fine. I think these pieces are really cool. Oh, and I found the cat because I noticed you hide cats in some of your scenes there.
Yes.
No, they're amazing because I when I initially asked that question about the fantasy elements because in the world of gaming, especially when it comes to pixel art, like I grew up playing Warcraft and Starcraft, and um, the quality of the pixel art there, comparing it to like graphics now, is of course like night and day. The difference is huge, but there's there's a quality to it that I don't know. It's very charming. It's nostalgic. Um, there's just something that is so simple yet nice to look at times, or even like the original SimCity game. I think it's SimCity 2000. I remember my brother
Mhm.
used to play it, or even like
I
old,
played I played it too.
yeah, or even old like Super Nintendo games that were all relying on pixel art. Um, Even though most games today are made with like super realistic graphics, I find that those old pixel games, they just have a certain quality to them that you can't really compare to anything else.
Um, better it's better to so nostalgia will stay nostalgia.
Hmm.
Don't try to play games from your childhood because you will be very disappointed.
This is true. This is true.
I tried maybe a week ago. I found one game which I played in school and didn't complete it because of I lost compact disc. I found it now. I installed it. I ran it, and I was so much disappointed because oh my god, graphics is awful, and even gameplay is so much different from how games are making now. All those details and
Hmm.
stories. better better know. Better keep them in your mind and sometimes give some nostalgia.
Yeah, no, I understand. Have you ever had the chance to exhibit your works in any kind of digital galleries, or have you only been posting it on social media?
Yes, I have some chances, and my artworks were shown in offline in real world sometime. Maybe a few times a year it happens. Uh, but in most cases it was deeply connected with the NFC or an NFT.
NFT, yeah,
NFT.
NFT, yeah.
Yes, because was I put my artwork to blockchain to keep them there and show myself to the NFT community. They know me, and because of this, people who made offline galleries and other exhibitions connected to the NFT world, they asked my permission to show my artworks in those galleries, uh, and it was in Canada, it was in USA, somewhere in Asia. Oi, I don't remember. In Europe, yes, they put it on the public screens in
Mm-hmm.
on the stations and somewhere else. Also in Russia, in Kazan, a few
Kazan, yeah.
times. Yes, in Kazan it was exhibited a few times. Uh, I was there myself because it's near. I just sit on the train and was there next day and made few few photos about it and videos. Well, it is very funny and interesting, very interesting experience to have to see my artworks, what I was made just for fun on the big screens in public places,
Mm-hmm.
see how other people watching them, going around them. Well, it was cool, but nothing more. I don't have any profit from this.
Oh,
All those artworks don't make any profit for me.
so you never sold them when they were at these galleries. It was just to show them.
Not for real money, real world money.
I see, I see. And what has your experience like been with the NFT market? Because the artists that I've spoken to about this, they said that during COVID was kind of the peak. It was the best point for the NFT market, but ever since then, it's gone down and it's gotten a little bit worse because it's gotten oversaturated. Like too many people are um, making NFT art, so the market is just there's too much choice, but not enough investors or people willing to buy it. What has your experience been like with NFTs?
Currently, I'm not following this topic too much and not minting or putting my artwork on blockchain because there is really maybe my personal disappointment or market not so hot. But when it was all started to grow, big artists from this area invited me there uh, and gave me some start capital,
Mm-hmm.
начальный капитал.
Yeah, starting
Uh,
capital. Yeah.
yes, they gave me some Ethereum for me just to put my first artwork on blockchain to show them to the world, and somehow collectors starting to collect them, but this NFT world is there is a lot of scam. It's still very toxic,
Mm-hmm.
and many people don't like it and think that if you are somehow connected with NFT, then you are some kind of scammer or bad person who spoiling the world. I see NFT is like possibility for the artist to put your unique uh, fingerprint on your digital artwork,
Mm-hmm.
like real world painters putting their подпись.
Signature, yeah.
Signature, yes. This NFT allows you to put this digital signature on your artwork. Say, this is mine, not somebody else. All those marketplaces, trades, and so on, they all secondary for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't spend all those cryptocurrency I got from the sales because I don't want. First of all, it's illegal here in Russia. They can ban my accounts just because I withdraw some of the cryptocurrency, no, converted to rubles.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't spend it. And when it were when it was legally, at least some kind legally, I didn't spend it just because I don't want. I don't see the need of this. It was still it was made for fun and still fun. And cryptocurrency, I don't think that cryptocurrency is real money for now, at least here.
I see, yeah. Because I know what you mean about the issues with the scams. I had interviewed an artist some time ago who was big in the NFT scene, and one day he was releasing or minting some kind of a new collection, and I don't remember what the specific problem was, but at one point he had made the transaction, and then he went out on just outside his house to spend some time with his family, just sitting out in the sun having some drinks. Came back inside and found that his wallet had been emptied. Like $30,000 US was taken from the account, and there was just all these problems he was dealing with just because of some error that he made, either with the address that he was sending it to, or whatever it was. Um, and he was able, it didn't ruin his life. He was able to make that money back eventually. But it's when I did hear about it, it really put it into perspective how easy it is for people to have money stolen or be scammed in the NFT world.
Mhm. The NFT topic is developing very quickly from the technical point of view, and unfortunately, I don't have time to follow all those changes, and I don't see the point to doing it. There is constantly something, they invent something new.
Mm-hmm.
New marketplaces, new blockchains, new coins, new approaches, always something new. And looks like you people who want to follow it should spend very much time there. Maybe they should work there. Maybe they should uh, have any other activities, only those crypto NFT. I don't know how to say it. Короче, это чтобы быть погруженным, надо, чтобы все знать, нужно реально погрузиться туда и тратить все свое время.
Yeah, to be in the world, to know what's going on, you have to be plugged in, you have to be keeping up with information, and there's new and evolving technology and new coins and new marketplaces every single day, and it's too much to keep up with, is what you're saying.
Yes, if you're just an artist and try to uh, put some of your artworks on a chain, on the blockchain, you just try it, do it, and don't dig into it.
Mm.
This is my first artwork, one of my first artworks. I made it 6 years ago.
Yeah, very very cool. I like
It was cool.
I like the futuristic
Mm,
Lada.
yes. It was cool from the technical point of view. It was very interesting to make all these animations just with this code. And this is purely 2D graphics.
Hmm.
These algorithms just make it in this larger and making effects of movement. So I'm not using any 3D or 3D,
Hmm.
only 2D, and it's always a trick to create these 2D graphics, 3D effects.
Yeah, there's a big difference between what the work that you started out with and what you have now. Um, and I noticed that the at least the color lines along with the biker here, they're a lot more sharp and focused and less blurred.
Yes, maybe I should. I think sometimes that I should return to this style. Maybe later I will try something more simple. Mm, There is always place for experiment. You never know. There is no constant way of doing things. Uh, things always changes. So if you never try something new, you won't achieve any good results.
Hmm. Now, on the topic of gaming, have you ever had the chance to work on any projects where you're making assets for games? Is that something that you'd like to do in the future?
Um, I'm receiving such requests constantly. Not every day,
Hmm.
but maybe once per week or twice per week. There is always some uh, young people with glowing eyes who want to create games. They know how to code, they know how to create stories, they have managers' abilities, and they see my artworks and they offers me to create games. But nobody offers me to create these games for money. They offers me rev share or future profits or just do it because we are cool. I'm
Uh,
I'm 40. I have a family. I need to feed them. I need to pay my bills and
hmm.
so other. I just can't do game stuff for free and starving.
Of course, of
Things don't
course.
work like this. Maybe when I was a student, I could agree to this, but not now. Uh, Sometimes people come and ask me, no, commission artworks.
Hmm.
Sometimes yes, if it's interesting. Few times it was game backgrounds. Yes, I made few, but not on the constant,
I see.
not on regular way. Maybe in future when I have, well, no, not even in future. I can't see the way it could feed my family. Art is not about money. There is, at least, I don't know how to make money from it without risks.
I see. I see. It reminded me of there's this game that came out a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, that was made by one person. So he made the custom game engine, he made the music, he made coded the game himself and all the different characters and sprites and all that. And it's in the same pixel style. It's obviously on a different level than what you're used to making. Um, but it just reminded me when I had heard about this story about this man who was able to do it all on his own. I don't even think he's 30. Um, it reminded me of just how capable people are with creating games and art these days. I mean, to make something like this, even 10, 15 years ago would have taken a whole team so long to do, and he was able to do it all on his own. I mean, obviously it
Mm.
took him a lot of time still, but um, for one person to do it is just it's really impressive. And now it's been sold by Nintendo, by PlayStation. I think it's on all the platforms.
Yes, it's very possible. I even have this game in my wish list on the Steam. But this is a story about one guy. But do you know stories about other 1,000 guys who didn't succeed? No, of course
True,
no. Nobody
true.
told the stories about their fails. But and I read some statistics or article about that 95% of game published in Steam never have audience.
Hmm.
So people doing games constantly, doing tons of games, but only a few of them are bought by people and showed to audience because the Steam policy. They just don't show games which didn't put on the algorithm. So if a game isn't interesting, isn't popular on its beginning stage, they just hide it. You never find it with the search, with the tools or something else, without direct link. That's all.
I see.
So
Yeah.
making games is a very big risk, very big risk, because at some moment it will require you to put your own resources and money in it to add some good music, good effects, hire
Mm.
programists, hire social media, hire advertisement, buy advertisement, and so on. So,
Yeah, that's similar to how most small businesses that start within the year. I think it's around, at least in Canada, I think it's close to 80% that fail within the first year.
mhm.
Yeah, and it reminded me also of this game called Bionic Bay, which is also made by another pixel artist. A little bit of a different game, um, but similar style. He initially just was creating all this pixel art on Twitter and Instagram, and then eventually got the idea that maybe I should make something of my own. And I think he's been able to
Mhm.
do quite well for himself.
It's cool. It's always cool. It's always cool when people's dream become something bigger than just dreams.
Do you think you would ever make your own game eventually?
I think I will, but I think I want to minimize all the possible risks what can occur there.
Mm-hmm.
Because mm, I have well, people regularly ask me for when I made a game, uh, because it's very good for uh, style, how it's called, style, visual novels,
Mm-hmm.
because my artworks are very good and suitable for this. But my current speed of making artworks, like one artworks per 2 weeks, sounds very terrible to my games from this game. A good game, interesting game need uh, 20, 30, 40, 100 artworks, and I just don't have so much time. This game will took years and years and won't be interesting. Uh, so yes, I'm thinking about it to create some kind of visual novel with interesting plot, but still dreaming about it.
Do you know what kind of a story you would want to tell, or what kind of setting, like where the game would happen?
No idea for now. I sometime mm, good storytellers come to me. Uh, I don't know how to script writers, yes,
Mm-hmm.
script writers sometimes comes to me and ask to create a story for a game, but maybe if they continue to come and when I have much more free time, it could happen. Maybe I start from a simple demo. For example, I made a small story by myself, made a few scenes for this, link them, connect, add some code to interaction, and publish it for free on the web. Because all my artworks are web applications, so they can be opened and viewed in the browser. Maybe I make it and check the results, check the feedback about it. And if feedback will be good, I will continue. But maybe no. Because there aren't too much fundraising here now. So without this, there's no good stimulus. Just pure passion in creating something. Well, maybe.
Yeah, that would be a good way to go about it. You know, start a demo, charge people maybe $5 or something to play it, and then depending on the reaction that you get, you know, make your decision to move forward with a bigger game or not to. Because I know that there's multiple people I found on Instagram, developers who are also solo making their own game, and they've been working on it for months or for years, and their their mode or their way of advertising has been just to show like all the bugs that people are experiencing or all the issues they're having, and over time eventually people just build a community, they start a Discord server, and then when they actually release the final game, all those people that have been following that progress, well, a good percentage of them are going to buy the game, and you know, you charge maybe
Mhm.
10, 20 something dollars of it, and there you go, everything's already paid for. So there are a lot of people that are working on stuff like this out there.
To create community and manage this community, I need a manager. I need somebody, ask somebody to talk to these people, handle all this. I'm asking my wife about this, but she is refusing because she hates me for all these artworks I'm doing because I'm spending all my free time on it. and she want me to spend time on her and on the family.
Of course, of course. I mean, I feel like that's a normal reaction for any wife to have, or for for her husband who works all the time, and then the rest of the time he's working on stuff like this.
Mhm. Yes.
I see. So, in the future, as of right now, as you said, you're just, making these works every 2 weeks and then pumping out new ones and trying new things. Any other projects that you're working on that you're looking to release soon?
No, I don't releasing anything. Just making artworks.
Do you find that there's a lot of, or at least enough of an audience in Russia for your work, or do you find that it's more international, that people just from all over the world find your stuff and appreciate it?
I, it's all handled by algorithms. Of social networks. Currently, I have international audience, but for some reason which I don't understand, I have um, growing my Russian audience in Russian social media.
Mm-hmm.
We have social network called VK.
Yeah, ВКонтакте. Yeah.
So suddenly it started to grow, and I don't know why. Maybe some admins liked me. I don't know, but also I'm still have Instagram. It still works with some tricks, but it's growing too, and international audience growing too. So I'm not focusing on only on Russian audience, but at least I can speak with them on the same language.
Yeah, it makes it
Okay.
easier. Did you ever have any? Did you ever take any lessons or classes for art, or it's all just self-taught?
I didn't have any lessons for digital art, but when I was a student, I have lessons for portraits, with pencil portraits.
Mhm.
That's all.
Well, that's pretty impressive. I mean, like I said before, the fact that you made your own game engine and this whole process that is this proprietary work that you make. There's very few people that I come across that are able to do something like this. Have you ever considered making or even like selling the like custom software tool online, or releasing that, or you think you're going to keep it to yourself for now?
My tool is what open. I forgot.
Open source.
Open source. Yes, it's hosted on GitHub. But I'm not committing too often. I need to do it maybe next week. But it's open source. Everyone can check it, look at it, but it's so ugly and not user friendly. Well, if you like to use Photoshop and other stuff, you don't like my app. It's square buttons, square interface, without any beauty and beautiful UI. It's just for creating, nothing more.
Yeah, I thought that that's what this was. Is this actually the tool, or is this is just a
No,
stylized?
no, it's some guy from the Instagram make a collaboration post with my artworks
Mm,
with his style of old Windows interfaces. No, I'm not posting my software too often. Maybe in maybe a few times I shared the process of how it looks, and that's all. Because I don't think that somebody will be interested in watching ugly UI.
You would be surprised. I've heard a lot of people that are digital creators like yourself that are they want to return to something a little bit more of a simple interface. They don't like all the flashy buttons and all these nice layouts. They want something a little bit more real or grounded. So you never know. You might just find an audience for it if you post it.
I can send a screenshot to you.
Sure, yeah.
Uh, так, where I can do it? Where's the chat? I don't see the chat.
You can send it on Twitter if you like, if it makes it easier.
Так, так. Я не могу в чат перейти. Как мне в чат перейти?
В нижнем левом угле там будет стрелка, которая вниз показывает. Show chat or hide chat, it says.
О, вот. I send it to you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you weren't kidding. It is very simple. Very
Yes.
cool.
It's have some basics that allow me to create all that I need. This is my current list sense I'm working on. I thought to publish it today, but maybe later. So it has layers, like all application have.
Mm-hmm.
It has some basic tools like color picking, color blending, and so much specific. Well, I have palette.
Yeah.
This is very helpful. I made this maybe a year ago, but it was completed, and I keep it in broken state. But recently I found some time and asked AI Gemini to help me with the code for
Mm-hmm.
this part. And it was very helpful, but it was helpful was by making code, but not working code. I, I forced it to refactor it all to make it work correctly and what I liked, but it helped me. In coding, AI helps a lot, but you need to regularly check it.
No, of course, yeah. You can't trust it 100%. I've had to learn that the hard way. You can't, especially when it comes to coding. There's too many variables, too many possible mistakes that can happen. Even the best models, even if you pay for the best models, they will still make mistakes.
Yes, I don't have vibe coding like other people told about it,
Mm-hmm.
but it helps to generate a lot of code. It works like advanced Google search for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking there how to do me this stuff, and he show me you can do this. I'm asking how about this? You're wrong here, and so much. No, well,
Yeah, it's good for troubleshooting, that's for sure. But no, this tool is very cool, man. I think a lot of people would love to see, even if the time lapse takes like a very long time. I think they would be interested in seeing how this is made. Um, or at least it would help people better understand how they can make stuff like this themselves. It's complicated at first. I would imagine there's like I don't know if you've made like a user manual, um, or any notes on how to use it. I think you would have to just kind of try it out and break it, and and that's how you learn that way. Um, but no, this is definitely something that you should, or at least I would recommend making videos of, because there's a lot more interest in it than you would think.
Yes, maybe, yes. Currently there is no user guide or any manual how to use it, and it will be almost impossible. But second hard thing is how to make it all alive, because
Hmm.
without knowing how to code in JavaScript, you can't do it. But I can make a guide how to use this editor tool, but I can't make a guide how to write code in JavaScript because it's completely a different topic.
Well, they can learn that for themselves. That's for the user to decide. There's only so much work that you can do to show them.
Well, maybe, but I don't want. I I don't see the point. I can make any guide, but I don't know why should I do it. Maybe somebody can explain it to me later.
Maybe. Very interesting. Yeah, I've seen a lot of other pixel artists on Twitter, but the kind of work that you make is it's very singular. It's very unique compared to it. The only other artist that I know, that we also interviewed, who was based in Poland, I believe. Let me see if I can find the interview that we did with him, because he works in Blender, which is why I asked about it. Because even though it's kind of like 2D pixelated, he was still somehow able to manage to make it in Blender for himself. I think his name is Maciej. You might have seen his work before. Let me see if I can just pull up his page.
Hmm. But no, it's not 2D. He make old style 3D sceneries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, I saw him a lot. I think he's cool.
Yeah, he's very very interesting guy. I think he's actually roughly around your age, if not older. Um, and he focuses on making like the futuristic or modern scenes, um, based more in like Neo Tokyo kind of environment, like cyberpunk and all that as well.
Ah.
Very cool, very cool. And yeah, and the other thing that I mentioned earlier is I love how a lot of these scenes that you make are, things that I would have seen growing up, or whenever I would visit family in Russia. Everything from the cars to the train stations or the apartment blocks, it just feels very familiar.
Yes, I like those views. I like old cars. I like panel buildings because it's close to me. Yes. I don't like private housing too much.
No,
I like
not.
I like concrete buildings made from concrete, multi-story buildings. I like cities. I don't like nature.
You'd prefer подвал over dacha then.
I prefer what?
Видеть подвал между дача.
Ну да. I don't like dacha. I hate it. My parents took me a lot to the dacha in my childhood, so I hate it.
Yeah, that's a cottage for our English listeners. It's a dacha is a cottage house in Russian. You're not a fan of nature, no?
Not a big one.
Why is that, you think?
Uh, it scares me.
In what way?
Mm, there's no asphalt behind my feet. I don't know really. Maybe if I start to visit it more often, uh, I will love it more. In city, I have everything that I need. There is nothing. There is just woods, woods, woods.
And what you bring. Yeah, these are some very cool pieces, man. You easily one of the more unique artists that I've had the pleasure of interviewing here. Especially this scene. I think this was one of the first photos or one first animations that I've seen of yours. It's like it's kind of the combination between the nature and the urban.
Well, this one of my recent ones. It's a park. Road in the park, and somebody parked his old Toyota there under the tree. But there's still city. City is around, so there is no pure nature.
Oh yeah, and then this is the tutorial of how you made it.
Time lapse, not tutorial.
Time lapse, yes, time lapse. Very cool. Um, well, listen, is there anything else that that you wanted to discuss before we finish the interview? Any other new projects that you're working on, or ideas that you would want to explore in the future?
I don't have any specific projects. I'm just trying to make more new art each week. Uh, if only I have more time, then I will try to start any project
What
because
are you
I
working
have.
on right now?
I sent you a screenshot.
Oh, that's the what you're working on right now.
Yes, it's a small preview. Yes, I'm making a new scene with the cat because World Cat Government asked me about it. They regularly asking me for this.
To put cats in your work?
Yes, because cats are cool. But I don't have cat now.
Oh, I'm sure if you go
My
outside, you can find some. The last I remember in Russia, you guys have plenty of cats just roaming the streets.
yes, there's a lot of cats, but I don't want to. I had cat. It died, and it's enough for me. It was very hard
Hmm.
because he was like my friend, and it was very hard to see what happened. But my kids are asking for cats, and it's a big dilemma. We need to solve this somehow.
Maybe start with a hamster.
Uh, no, I don't like big fat rats.
No,
Yes,
no,
it's
you not a fan of rodents?
no, no, no. I heard that they're dying too often.
They do, yeah, they do die quick. A hamster, I think it's only maybe half a year, couple of months. That's typically their lifespan. But if you get a rat, like a fancy rat, I think they can live for several years, and you can train them.
Uh, I think we will have cat maybe later. We need to discuss it with the family two more times.
No, of course, of course, of course. Um, but yeah, I guess just to finish off the interview, it's been really cool to hear about your process because, like I said, I've seen a lot of pixel artists on Twitter and Instagram, but you're probably one of the more unique ones that I've had the pleasure of interviewing. So I'm looking forward to see what projects you come up with in the future, and hopefully one day we will see a game that you're able to publish and make your the what was it you said, the novel, the I forget the type
Open
of
it
game they
too.
mentioned. The some it was something novel.
I hope on it too. Only hope what I have. Thank you.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for making the time today. For your socials, people can find you at Aleha_84.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll post that in the
You,
description.
it's a googling name. You can Google it, and we'll find all my pages.
Fantastic. Yeah, we'll post all the links in the description. Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in today. And yeah, once again, thanks Aleha for making the time. I know with the time difference and with everything that you're working on and with family, it must be hard to find the time for stuff like this. So I appreciate you making the time.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So with that, we'll see you later.
Thank you. Thank you.